Yeah, this your boy Green. We gonna change this up for this commentary. I know y'all getting used to my skits. It's just this one is a serious topic, and I really want to have a discussion because we need a discussion. And for my Halo people, I'm sorry I haven't been putting out no commentaries lately about Halo. It's just I don't like talking about bad news, and I don't like to do too much speculation to make people believe that hey, this is gonna happen. I like to have nice little conversations about certain things like today. Now we all know this is for the people who knows what kind of is going on. If you don't know, I'll still try to give a little context in between, but not too much because I want this conversation to keep rolling. So with that being said, we know that there's a lot of changes going on. 343 is dead is what everyone is sitting here saying. We got because they turned it into Halo Studios, and then we know about the Unreal Engine 5 and what that can do. People been speaking on it. I have spoke on it knowing that it was coming soon. A lot of us thought it was going to, well, not me, but a lot of people thought it was going to be implemented in Halo Infinity. Y'all know how I felt on that one if you've been paying attention. Then you got situations dealing with staffing about, you know, we all know that we got rid of the people that was in charge of 343 and who we have now, and the changes up in the future. Now, I want to call this here, there's some good things that I can sit here and say maybe this can change the way the atmosphere goes when it comes to Halo Studio. I got to get used to saying Halo Studio. I was getting ready to say 343. But there's some things that I can see that can possibly happen, but then there's still some fool's gold laying around here that it's just like it's bothering me a little bit to where I don't really want to report everything that I hear about the next Halo. You know what I'm saying? And where Halo is going. I'm gonna start off with the fool's gold. So let's just get that out the way right now. The fool's gold is, look, yes, they didn't sat here and shut down the name and said it's Halo Studio, it's no longer 343, but if anybody knows anything, they really didn't say who is on the team completely all the way, who's the new people, who's gonna be there. This is just like having a projects in your state or city that there's a apartment building that everyone knows it's the same people there. They ruined this whole rundown area, and then all of a sudden, a couple months later, or years later, they change the name, throw on a couple of new paint, slap on some new paint on shit, and then say, hey, this is act like it's a whole new apartment complex. It's not. It's the same people there, and it's just new paint on the wall. Eventually, the same people is going to destroy it. The same maintenance people that was always there, they don't give a shit, and it's going to look like shit in the next year or two. They just changed the fucking name. So, with that being said, until we know exactly who is going to be there and the new ways and policies of what they're going to change, to me it's fool's gold. Everybody has to do a new marketing strategy, and this has to be one of the worst Halo entries ever is Halo Infinity, because it had a lot of ups and downs, a majority downs when it comes to shit, especially dealing with the community, because a lot of us won't fill in it. I mean, there was some points where we did, and then there was a lot of points we didn't, and it seemed like they didn't give a shit. We're not gonna go all the way down into, I'm not gonna go down into the whole logistics of it, because we all know, and if you know, this is where you sound off in the bottom comment section. I'm sorry, there's a lot I gotta say, and there's a lot going on around me. But anyway, that's just my fool's gold. I'm not getting hyped up for this, and we don't know the exact plans that are laid out. There's no plans laid out. So this is just to say, oh, we starting over, fresh start. Now, the part that I am optimistic about is, okay, you want to start fresh. Good. The thing that I am a little optimistic and I hope happens is this is owned by Microsoft. Microsoft owns Bethesda. Microsoft owns Activision. When it comes to the story and the lore, Bethesda definitely can help out because they make a lot of story-driven games. So for the single player aspect, I think that'll be great if they can, you know, the devs that they have left over that's not working on the project, or the devs that they can spare come work on the project, especially. And the reason why I say this is just in case they don't want to bring back the Bungie employees, because we already know about the Bungie employees of how some of them wanted to come back, they got job interviews, and then they didn't come back because certain individuals. But that's that backstory. But Bethesda is really good at making single player story-driven games. Even if it's not single player, they still make good story-driven games. That can help with Halo Studios in the single player dealing with Microsoft and this Halo studio. So that way the people who really like Halo for the story, they can get a rich, in-depth story that they can enjoy and like. Now, the reason why I brought up Activision is really good at mechanics and way things function, and that ties in with Unreal 5, which we all know is coming. And I know a lot of people wants to sit there and say, well, why would they leave and go to Unreal 5? It's not just about the way it looks, but it's also the way it functions. That's the reason why they're going to Unreal 5, is because in this industry, everyone knows about Unreal 5. Even if you're not working on that particular engine, everyone knows it. It's like the practice guide. Like, you need to know how to use this. That's the reason why they went to Unreal Engine 5. So we all know that Microsoft has the thing with bringing in temporary people to work on the game. That's what they did on Infinity. So when you bring in temporary people, if they don't know how to use this engine, which was the Halo engine that they had, then that little bit of time that they do have on their contract, they got to learn this thing and then implement shit. And that's why we got no content. By the time they learned it, it's already time for your contract to be canceled. You're out of here. You're temp. But Unreal Engine 5, you got Activision that is real good on mechanics, and they can help out when it comes to the multiplayer portion, the way things function, to give some assistance to the new Halo team. But if these people, Microsoft don't utilize the people and the devs that they have a shitload of devs, and I think that they should utilize that. But if you're just going to use the same people that was at 343 in the first place, then that's when I'm saying this is fool's gold. I don't know how y'all feel, and that's why I made this video. Let me know down in the comment section how y'all really feel about this, because I honestly believe there is potential here, but until we start seeing more proof, I choose not to sit here and commentate about every little breaking news, rumor, and speculation that somebody then sat in their little dungeon and came up with and just make up shit. I don't want to do that. I love this game too much to sit here and keep on bashing it over and over and over again. It ain't good for the community. It ain't good for my spirit. I don't like all that negative energy. So please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. This your boy Green. Y'all be easy.